Hi, my name is Mani. I am a holistic psychotherapist, sacred sexuality teacher, and intuitive body worker. I work with women's sexuality and specifically body work through vaginal yoni massage. We use the term yoni because it feels like a much nicer word than vagina, which is a clinical term. So yoni is the Sanskrit term for womb. And yoni massage is an internal therapeutic massage where we explore the whole spectrum of your sexuality as a woman. Now, it can be quite shocking at the idea or the thought of receiving a vaginal massage. And that for me is something quite shocking in itself, because what lies underneath that shock is actually a great disconnection to our own bodies and to our own sexuality, not only personally, but collectively. Socially, culturally, and also in terms of religion, there has been a lot of suppression of sexuality in human beings in general. And this leads into a disconnection and separation from our bodies, and especially our naked body. We have sexualized the naked body, and we have also sexualized the genitals on both men and women, and also women's breasts. This alone, the disconnection and the hiding away and the imposed need for privacy of our bodies, has very deep implications, and ones that we don't even realize are there. Because this is so normalized, we tend to not question this type of disconnection, and thus the shock of hearing something like a yoni massage comes out as an automatic kind of reaction. So why I love this work, and why I find working with women's sexuality and human sexuality in general so important, is to bring back the natural, deconditioned, deprogrammed relationship to our body, and start to see that the vagina or the yoni is just another part of the body, as it is the arm or the head. And it's not something that needs to be not spoken about or only spoken in private and whispered to someone else, but to actually bring out a normalization of this part of our being. Now, yoni massage actually brings you into a relationship to your womb, to your vagina. Women have a very superficial relationship to this part of their body. And most women I know, including myself before I started this work, haven't even looked at their vagina properly or explored internally what is going on. What that means is that we are very disconnected from our own femininity, from our own source of power, and that leads into a lot of self-abuse, actually, because when we're not connected to our body, when we're not connected to our needs, when we're not connected to our boundaries, especially related to sexuality, we can start to let in a lot of things, especially related to sexual contact with others and the way that we relate to our sexuality with others, that can create forms of contraction or trauma in the body. And that leads to suppressed emotions, and then a lot more reactional states outside towards other people. So there's a lot of words and concepts that I've thrown around here. But when we bring it back down to a simplified way of explaining what I'm talking about, this is really about a reclamation of your own body as a woman. In a yoni massage, we work with how disconnected or how connected you are to your vagina, to your sexuality, to your body in general. Do you see your body as something separate to you, or do you feel yourself experiencing life through your body, as your body? So what I mean by this is that everything is connected, and the connection resides within our psychology, our mind, our emotions, the physicality, the somatic experience of the body, and our energy. When we feel contracted around certain things, the cervix actually is a part of our body that holds a lot of memory and tension. And also tension is resided within the muscular network of the vagina itself. So just like we have tense muscles in our shoulders or our legs, any different part of our body, we also have a lot of tension in our vaginal muscles as well, and contraction in the pelvic floor. What this results in is a lot of numbness and lack of pleasure and even pain within the vagina. So a lot of women don't experience pleasure when they make love. And a lot of women have the belief that they can't orgasm or they're not an orgasmic person. But this is very often related to the disconnection we have to our vagina and the disconnection to the fact that we are numb, that we cannot feel things inside. So a vaginal massage helps to actually release tension, to map out and explore the internal sphere of your vagina. And when we go in there, we also start to see that there's a lot of emotion that's stored within these areas. Right up until the cervical area, we have a lot of stuff in there. So this type of therapeutic modality supports an integration and a revelation of these hidden parts of ourself that we can actually bring into light, and that integrates into your daily life. So it doesn't only reflect your sexual life, but it reflects your well-being, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health overall. So this is a very, very, very brief introduction to a very small aspect of what yoni massage can offer. And in other videos, I'll go a little bit further into specific things that we can explore.